February 22nd, Police Department entrance. Oh man, that mascot. What happened to it?
Bad things.
Ew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Huh? Hold on, what's that?
It has a theme song. Disturbing! Why does it undulate like that?
Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright. You sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe.
I need water. Oh, it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cream is a little tacky.
Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal.
Busy, yet he's dancing with the mascot outside. And why is it beaten up? Did it get hit by a car or something?
I have no idea. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in the case.
What? Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak with you for a moment? Huh? Me? Why is the little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time?
Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall is assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
Wait. Speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Huh, let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman! He's a victim! That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean, I'm sure, of course, somebody else really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little bit more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this for very long tonight. I am losing my voice fast already.
Uh-oh.
Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield?
Oh, unless the shield is supposed to be broken because prosecutors are supposed to smash the defense. Get it?
Yeah.
And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he has forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife. Okay.
And that whole thing again. I think that ticket stub's gonna be integral.
So this ID card belonged to the victim? It was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for the case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but, word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there, to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again?
Flashback.
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have been always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses, nothing outright, but there are always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. Sorry, they're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth's always had an unusually strong tie to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason why he took the case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
I think we've discussed everything. So, unless you can present the bios.
No.
No.
Not until the
this
next one. Law offices talk about things. Nope. I guess actually... Can I... Oh, we can examine.
Yeah, why is it broken?
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? That's my masterpiece.
There's handprints all over it.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger. Fated to dance until he drops. A work of art designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe.
And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... what's his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall, is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? Nah, Jake Marshall is just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try and make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Letter of introduction, received from Detective Gumshoe, allows bearer to investigate the crime scene.
I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and no one will look at you twice, pal. Guess we might as well look at everything else. The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me. That patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that. Your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes.
Make a good pair.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
No. A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We just had been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo?
The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar.
I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. Shell did it. She ate all the chips.
I always get excited when I come to a police station.
Why's that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie.
Huh?
You know, with all the police and criminals.
Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting.
Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust.
Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point. Present the Blue Badger. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing about on things I don't know about. That is a damn dirty lie.
What? You were just talking about the Blue Badger.
You made this thing. You gave birth to it, sort of.
He should have responded with a,
You brought it into the world and are learning its dance. You are studying the Blue Badger. You are a student of your own creation. What secrets does it hold?
All right, at the parking lot.
Looks like the investigation is still going.
Do you think it's the woman?
Probably.
I have to be getting back to the shop.
Or...
Probably the marshal.
Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Or was that the guard? Maybe not, I don't know.
I mean, till the sun sleeps?
Yeah.
That sounds like something a cowboy would say.
Yeah.
Oh, still here.
Hello?
Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boy. Oh, criminal affairs. Oh, so you're right. It's probably not the marshal. It's probably some other guard.
Who knows?
Yeah, I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs. I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
What happened to the security guard?
Oh, does she just have a multitude of boyfriends? Ah!
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
Scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Let's talk to them the rest of the way.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
Nope, same thing.
Okay. Alright, then we'll have to show him the order.
Blue Badger!
What?
Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cowdog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. I guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me...
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settlers, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Yeehaw!
Crumpled and
Detective
discarded.
Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. We talk to him. Victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little bit more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was the detective, right?
Well, well, aren't you a feisty little doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think it means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. And here's the autopsy report.
Death due to loss of blood. 1 knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.
Was my sister involved?
Sorry.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot.
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. It's high noon.
There's a movie called High Noon.
There's a Matt Mercer line where he says high noon, and that firmly lodged itself in my dreams for a while. Oh, dude, there's an animation. We should watch.
Is there like
after
a
this.
meme or something involving
It's
the High Noon?
high noon. Oh shoot! I want to go watch it now. Can we go? Let's go watch it.
What? What?
Let's go watch it now. It's high. I mean, I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You call me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. I just forgot I turned off the
You
music.
turned off the music.
Brought it back. It's alive again. Whoop. I was one of those fancy detectives until about 2 years ago. Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now. So how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying that he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog. Can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. So, 2 years ago, this guy was involved in something that Goodman and Skye were involved in.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of the Edgeworth case where
Everybody has a motive.
there are multiple people
There's
involved.
so many motives.
So
Blue
we need
Badger!
to know what that case is.
Alright, compadre. Count to 3. Oh, it's the same
It's
thing.
that dial again.
Shame. 5:12 p.m. Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot. Real slow-like.
A trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Ah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? Toy knight, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of those.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, the prospector's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
Prosecutors.
Oh, prosecutors. What did I say?
Prospectors.
Prospectors. Well, we're talking about
I know.
So many
You know
Western references.
it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Nope. We'll not talk about the murder weapon, Goodman's ID. What's that? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas.
This is a tiny little crime scene, a tiny little town, with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self. Blah, sorry about that. If you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros.
I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night.
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight.
Hey, that's a sheriff's badge.
Can we examine the crime scene a little bit more now?
Slide.
Oh yes, the cell phone.
The phone. This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else that it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yes.
Yes.
Right. Let's check it out.
Well, check out the phone. It's doing the you need to investigate it in 3D mode.
No, it was even just doing that automatically. Phone.
Turn it on. Press it.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial.
Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever. Let's just check this phone out. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song! I know that!
Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone there, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that. Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but
Uh-oh.
someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman.
Yeah, property of Land of Sky. Last call made at 5:18 to what?
Us.
I think, yeah. Anything else about the car?
Obviously.
This rope, is it?
Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion.
Wait, why is he laying outside the trunk? That doesn't look right. Unless someone opened the trunk and the body flopped out, but that doesn't make sense either.
No, that makes perfect sense. The body was already there.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? Looks like some sort of note.
It looks like a date, but then also a series of numbers.
Case number?
Yeah, maybe.
Look, something's written on it.
Yeah, it's on Goodman's paper too.
You're right. Let's see. Oh, 67S122. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth would know what this means either. Let's see.
Is it one of those fancy garages where they have an elevator?
Well, limited space. Yeah, so what you do is you drive your car onto the lift and it puts it away and then pulls it out later. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the truck is busted.
The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prospector's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. The testimony is nonsense, though, because the body was found in the trunk of the car, but, like, the murder was apparently witnessed. Also, where's the blood? Also, why is he in the trunk? Like, that takes some doing. This is sketchy. Which, I mean, obviously she didn't do it. Anyway, B block is through there. That's where the visitors park.
I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak.
What? Cannibalism!
Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine.
Cannibal cows! Also, why is there a 1 and a 3? Maybe that's just where evidence is.
Yeah, evidence markers. Nothing I can interact with. We've done all these. The phone was deactivated. It feels like a lot of this is actually quite relevant. Anyway, oh, Edgeworth's gone. Okay, nothing in the police department.
Maybe we should head back to our offices and... Oh. Yeah, I think we need to find that case file. Though I don't think it would be in our offices. It would have to be in someone else's.
I think we're actually going to the detention center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's not here.
She's not present. Yeah, let's talk about the case number.
Here, see this?
Ah! I've noticed that defense attorneys
Nope.
have a...
It's nothing.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, we probably go back to talk to...
We need to talk to Marshall.
Yeah, because we found 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
My sister's cell phone.
The last time it was used was 5:18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lana make that call? Alright, compadre, same deal.
Any other?
Ah,
There we go.
So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
that's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her. Huh? And the prospector tomorrow... prospector. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just... rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Skye.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle up all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. But you're saying... Wait, what? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Let's see. Did I say this? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you
I did. Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report and a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma,
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me about what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see.
Cell phone update in the court record.
A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here.
To be continued. Also, should I get that bog?
Is there a bug?
Yeah, yeah, don't save yet. A bug just went.
Well, I'm gonna just save. It won't matter.
No,
It's not going to.
It's not going to?
Nope.